Yes, sir. We officially back at it. This is book Nice 10.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zoe. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Yeah. All right. Just coming home. Haven't been here in a day or so. Just had an awesome 48 hours right now. Well, almost 48 hours, I guess. I don't know. But yesterday was Wednesday, and I met up with Danny LeBlanc in the daytime, and we went on our little comic run in the city. Me and Danny get together we try to get together once a month and just hang out and shoot the shit and go on a comic and toy run and get lunch and drink some beers and shit. So we went to Midtown, and I hadn't been to the comic shop in a minute, but I picked up a couple of things. I caught up on my Uncanny X-Force. I got a 16 and 17. I picked up the new Dark Avengers number 18. And I picked up Justice League 2 and 3 and Avengers 18 and 19. And that's pretty much all I'm reading right now. I read all of those already. I really enjoyed X-Force. I continue to enjoy X-Force. I didn't think the new Avengers was all that great. It was alright. It was kind of out there. But then once I read Avengers, I actually appreciated the new Avengers more and saw how they kind of linking everything together. But I thought the Avengers book was actually better. And I really, really enjoyed Justice League 2 and 3. That was nice. Then I picked up this box set, the Munsters Grandpa right here. So I could use this the accessories in here. My lighting is bad right here. I don't give a shit. And then I also went to dusty ass St. Mark's Comics and picked up these comics for 50 cents so I could cut them up. And shout out to the employee in there who used to work for Midtown, I think, Comics, and he was up in there and he recognized me. I forget his name. But he was in there and I don't know if he was just moonlighting for the other comic store, if he stopped working at Midtown or whatever, but shout out to him. And we actually me and Danny met up with Jamal too in the middle of this, and we all hung out and got some more food, and we went to Toy Tokyo, and I actually passed up on the translucent Blanca and T-Hawk, and I think I'm going to go back tomorrow and pick them up, but Danny picked up one of each. They had two of each of those figures. And Jamal came up and got a brown suit Wolverine for $20, man, in the package. And it was a good day, man. I had a good time just chilling with my brothers, man, and just talking about figures and talking about shit and just hanging out. It's nice to just meet up with people from the community every so often and do that. I guess I'm a little tipsy. I've been talking for 3 minutes right now. But then after that, on Wednesday night, I went down to the radio station, and my man Gang Grizzly was doing a B-Box Radio. My man No D and my man Mums was over there, and Commander Black. So shout out to all of those dudes, and we did a radio show, which was supposed to be a Thanksgiving night show. We recorded it on Wednesday night. It streamed tonight on Thursday, though. So I guess I'll put the links to that. It was a hilarious show. We indulged heavily, had a lot of drinks, and I got pretty wasted, and I couldn't make it home. I had to crash at my parents' house. And then today was Thanksgiving, so it was convenient for me to just actually be at my parents' house, being that dinner was going to be there anyway. And I just ate tons of food and hung out with family and drank a bunch more. And now I'm home, feeling good. And my mom kept my daughter, so I actually get to sleep to 10 o'clock for one day in my life. So that's what I'm going to do. Good night.
Real nice prop here. Could work well with a lot of different scientist types. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Sinister, Tony Stark, Hank Pym. Just a quick little announcement for you guys in the FSP. I'm gonna need some people to sound off and let me know that they actually still aware that they in the FSP and that they following and that they, are interested in displaying in ACBA, because I can't just have people in the FSP just trying to get free shit. I mean, that's what it's about. But the reason that I do the FSP is to kind of get you guys excited and interested about collecting and about displaying and about ACBA and doing something semi-productive with your time and trying to be creative and bring that side of you out. So it's not just about getting free shit. And if you just subscribe to the FSP or put your name in the pot, but you're not really following and you don't even know what's going on with the drawings, then somebody else who's more appreciative and deserving can be in the FSP. So in the next week or so, I'm going to need people to sound off and let me know that they actually aware that they in the FSP and that they keeping up to date with things. And I'll let you guys know why that is specifically very soon. Just a quick little scene here. Spider-Man just beat up Tarantula. I was just doing this to take some pictures, but just showing you guys how, a lot of weeks to weeks and MTIT, I do very, very simple things. And the reason that I do a lot of simple things is because it's quick to switch through a lot of different scenes by doing simple things. And it's also so I could get some of you guys started that's kind of on the fence and thinking about doing your first displays, and show you that, simple things could still go over as something real cool. And if you start simple, then you could get to the more extravagant displays and stuff. So this is just a piece of wood here as a base that's cut and to make it look like it's a floorboard. And then just a couple of props around. Look like he smashed them, and that table back there fell down, or that shelf fell down, and the books is all around him. And Spider-Man's just kind of sitting here like, hey man, I bust your ass.
Alright. The other day when I was out with Danny and Jamal, we had went to a couple of different comic shops, and I passed up on some stuff. And I was kicking myself for doing it. And I went back and got the shit. Luckily, everything was still there. But I got 2 different Faith figures. These Buffy figures, a lot of people like to use these as stand-in as, like, regular women and their displays and stuff. So I picked up these 2. And then I got the I think this is the Comic-Con exclusive Blanca, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the translucent joint. This was only $14.99, and I know this could go for some money online. And then I got the white T-Hawk here, and I know this one could go for some money online too. They was both $15 each, so I had to grab them. Thought it was a pretty decent deal. These were a little much more than I really wanted to pay for them. They was $12.50 each, but I guess that's still pretty decent too. So
I'm pretty happy with these figures, man. As stand-ins, as females, they actually really nice figures with decent articulation. This one I took the jacket off. I don't think I'll be displaying her with the jacket. She looked kind of butchy with the jacket, but I actually really like these figures. They're gonna be good for what I need them for, and I actually think this figure can actually double as a Jessica Jones. And street clothes. I think this is a pretty decent Jessica Jones. You don't even really have to do anything to her. If you don't know, Jessica Jones is Luke Cage's wife, baby mama. So this one, the arms can come off, and you can remove the vest on this one too, and then put the arms on her so she can have the sleeveless look here. If I could get that in there, that'd be nice. There you go. So pretty cool, pretty nice. Real quick though, so you can see the articulation. It's double jointed elbows. She's got a little swivel at the wrist, and it's got a hinge here, and it's ball jointed, obviously up there at the top, and it's got a little swivel right before the ball joint. And then they got this upper ab rotation here. No real ab articulation, no waist joint, but it's a ball jointed at the hip and a swivel and double jointed knees, and it's got like a little pivot and ankle articulation and a toe joint. So this is like Marvel Legends level articulation here on these Buffy figures. Same thing with this figure too. Only thing is, when you have her in this version with the jacket on, the shoulders are not ball jointed because of how this peg works into the jacket. You can only go up and down, but you still do have rotation here right at the bicep, and double jointed elbows still. So, but like I said, pretty nice. Could easily have them as the damsel in distress.
Packages. Alright, this joint is a coat for my daughter. Y'all don't need to see that. That's not ACBA. What? Maybe I will show this. So what? It has nothing to do with ACBA. It's a nice little coat for my darling little daughter that I got harassed non-stop to buy. So hopefully that person that harassed me and kept asking me over and over about this goddamn coat is watching this video, because I know you be trolling my videos every once in a while. The code is here. I got it. There was never any doubt in my mind that I was going to get the coat. So here it is. Now get off my goddamn back. And I love you, baby. This right here was an Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. It's not for me. It's actually for my man, Minor, off of Facebook. He lives out in Guatemala, but he has a relative that lives uptown in Harlem, not too far from where my mom lives. So sometimes I'll get stuff for him and drop it off with his relative over there. So I picked this up for him. He's going to be traveling out to LA soon. So I picked up a couple of things for him off of eBay, and I'm going to just mail them out to him in LA though. So, you know, just doing my duty in the community, helping people out. Obviously, I'm not charging him anything to do that. He's just paying the cost and, you know, just being a nice guy. And this package is actually for Minor too. He got a Warbird here. This package was in excellent condition. Everything looks real crispy inside of here too. So I'll be sending that off to him too. I had to take this guy out to figure out what leg I need. But I've been having this guy on ice for the longest, trying to get this left leg for Aries. So if anybody's got a left leg for Aries for trade or for sale, let me know. I know that's one of the harder ones to get. Those legs are hard to get, crossbones and the vision. I'm pretty sure the left leg is for vision. So anybody that can help me out. That'll be my second Aries. I'm just trying to have one for my Mighty Avengers. And then I got my Dark Avengers Aries right here. Alright. Just came back from True. Had a little sale going on. Yo, I hate going up in True during holiday season, but they actually had it twerking today. They had mad registers open, so I didn't actually have to stand in line forever. I was probably in the store twice as long as I stood on the line, just kind of trying to pick stuff out. But they had the MUs 2 for like 12 or something like that. So I got the Namor because I really, really wanted that. And I got Astonishing Wolverine because at some point I do want to put a 3 3/4 inch Astonishing X-Men together. I already got a Colossus and a Kitty Pryde, so waiting for that Beast to come out and for them to do Cyclops in that uniform. And then I replaced the X-Force that I had here with the broken hand Warpath that I showed a couple episodes back, and the Deadpool with the crooked leg. And I got another one of these, and I'm going to actually return the ones that I got. Fuck that. So I'm going to return them and get something else, though, and just say that they was broken. Because originally I had got them from D-Rock, and I don't know what store he got them from. So I'm going to just switch them out. But I'm not going to do the bullshit that people do and put in some other figure and try to get my money back. I spent the money. I'm going to still use the money. I'm going to just do an exchange and say that, you know, they was broken or whatever. So and then I got this. I told you about this a long time ago. These Animal Planet packs is cool for like dogs and cats and rabbits and different type of animals and stuff to kind of accent your displays. And this one came with like a nice little flower pot. They had some bigger ones with some other accessories and stuff, but I just grabbed that too. So a quick little run from True. I actually got my my Google check for this quarter today, so I spent a little bit of that YouTube money. So big thanks to everybody who tunes into my show every week or tunes into my channel, period, clicks those ads. And you know, I've been having a great time in my adult life getting paid to play around with my toys and stuff. So big thank you to everybody who supports me and watch my channel, man.
I need somebody to tell me if I'm bugging, because I was gonna pick up the Masterpiece Rodimus to go along here with my Optimus Prime, and I was told that they pretty much around the same scale, but I could swear that I remember seeing the Rodimus for like 40 or 50, maybe $60 or whatever, But the past couple of times when I went to True and I wanted to grab it, it was like $80 though. I don't know if it went up in the price, or maybe they had a price wrong when I first saw it, and maybe I should have just grabbed it then or what. But if somebody could tell me, I just don't really feel like spending $80 on that figure. I mean, this figure was like $80. I don't think the Rodimus is nowhere near as cool as this guy. I mean, it's cool, and I do want to get just a few more Transformers here and there. But somebody tell me if it's that same price that they're True, $80.99.
About to bust these bad boys open.
I swear, man, every time I open one of these figures, man, I'm just more and more amazed, man. Such a beautifully crafted figure, man. Only thing with this guy, he had some paint rub on the arms from the way they was positioned in the package, so I'm gonna have to try to take that off. Soda Saturday. See how this turns out on camera. There you have it. Something simple. I actually don't know if I want to use the cut out for this, but it's pretty crispy. I like the red background. Try a couple of different people with the red joint. Picture should come out nice. Another quick scene. I gotta move that pile cut up a little bit. I don't really like where it is right now, but I'll crop it right around there.
Another quickie.
So here's my very modest Soda Street Fighter collection right here. These are the guys that I have open, these 5 guys. I also got this Ryu and Sagat 2-pack. This was a prize that I won in Shuriken to the Bulls' contest, so I never opened it. I don't think I'm going to open it. I might just hold on to this. I definitely just want to get a regular Ryu and a Sagat. I just want to get all the Player 1 versions, honestly. But obviously I have some others here that's not Player 1. I will grab what I can. Maybe this week I may have 2 more coming, and Akuma and was it Akuma or was it Goku? No, Akuma and Adon. So hopefully I'll close out the deal for those 2 and add them to my little collection here. But this is all I have, man. I surely wish I would have got up on these things a lot sooner. These is just some of the greatest 6-7 inch figures ever made, man, for sure. This is probably like my 5th or 6th Spider-Woman. I had this one just in this part of the clamshell in my drawer for like months, just on ice, because every other Spider-Woman that I have is ripped at the webbing under the arm. Every single one. That's just a problem. I mean, when you into ACBA, you're going to be posing the hell out of your figures and whatever. That's going to happen with that figure, no question about that. That's why I keep triples and doubles of every single figure, so I could keep some to just pose, and then others I just don't mess around with them at all. So you can see there's another Spider-Woman right there. There's one, and I got one in that display, and I got one on ice, and I got another one away. I think I got like 5 or 6 Spider-Women. But anyway, somebody had made a comment about Scott Lang here, Ant-Man. Like almost every like couple of weeks I see somebody that doesn't realize that this Ant-Man is actually not Hank Pym. It's actually Scott Lang. Now when he has the helmet on, if you want to use him in your display and pretend that he's Hank, then yeah, but you could tell that it's not Hank when you take off the helmet. It's actually Scott Lang. He's deceased in the comics right now, but there is no duplicates of any characters here. It's all just my single classic Avengers here. But this is Hank right here, just in his Goliath uniform. Okay, this has been another episode of Meantime in Between Time. Big shout out to everybody who participated in Soda Street Fighter Saturday and Sunday this weekend. That was a real cool thing started by my brother Jamal, so big shout out to him. And, shout out to everybody who participated in that. If you guys still not up on the ACBA Facebook group, you need to make that happen. Also, there's a ACBA Facebook like page as well. So if you're on Facebook, please find the like page and like us. And come sub the ACBA community channel. We are exactly 1 week away from the 3rd round posts for the ACBA World Championship Tournament 2011. Remember, those video responses are going to be on a video on Configure's channel. I'm sure most of you guys already saw it already, but if you haven't, then get over to his channel, sub his channel, check it out. But I'm really excited about this next round and seeing what everybody's coming out with. So we're exactly 1 week away. Sunday, December 11th. 2011,
by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you have to post for the third round if you are participating in the third round. So I'm looking forward to that. This week was just kind of topsy-turvy with MTIT. This was footage from the week of Thanksgiving and this past week, but I just had so much going on behind the scenes. Big shout out to my man Tyler, and big shout out to Bill Mahoney, working on a couple of things with those dudes. But I just had a lot going on with work and with just ACBA stuff, and I didn't really put together a real solid MTIT this week. But I got so many dope things coming up very soon, so stay tuned. And I will talk to y'all the week after next, because next weekend's going to be the tournament post. So I probably won't be putting up an MTIT. Maybe I'll get one out on Saturday, being that the third round is on due on that Sunday. But we'll see. But I'll talk to you guys in a week or so regardless. All right, peace.